Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Blackwood and I'm so excited. I'm from Healthier Steps. I'm so excited to be here today. Today we're in for an amazing ride. I'm sharing with you an easy recipe. This recipe is curry potatoes. However, this recipe is one of the older recipes on my website and I want to share it because it stood the test of time and that it's still ever so popular. It just tastes so good. And I like it also the fact that it is cheap, easy to make. I'm just curry potatoes. And then I added a lot of other ingredients that's so super high in fiber. This dish can feed a whole family. It's just amazing. It just tastes so great. I have made this dish and I've used it for potlucks or for large gatherings, and it always disappears. So, guys, welcome to our live. Thank you for joining us. I'm so happy and I'm so excited that you've taken time away from your busy schedule to join me here. I'm a food blogger over at Healthier Steps, and my recipes are vegan and gluten free. And I am just so excited to be able to share with you. I'm also sharing a lot of content about gardening, how to do basic gardening, what vegetables to grow here and I'm located in sunny Florida. So my gardening season is way ahead of, say, the rest of North America. We're
Florida.
way
So
ahead. I'm
I my garden season.
harvesting um, cabbage right now. I'm harvesting lots of herbs, green onions, thyme we got from the garden. I'm harvesting a lot of vegetables, collard greens. Oh, I have a lot of collard greens. I have celery that I will have to definitely dehydrate and do other stuff with it. I'm sharing with loved ones in the area. And so it's just exciting. So join me for um, topics not only on gardening, but on health, intermittent fasting, which I am currently in taking, I'm applying to my own life. I'm also sharing skincare. I like that. And so I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. Thank you for joining me and welcome. So I'm going to get started because I won't be long. I like this recipe because it's quick and easy as well. It's one of those recipes that is quick and easy. You can eat it by itself because it has so much, just with a salad is good. Or you can eat it with your favorite side. You can eat it if you like rice, you can eat it with rice. If you like quinoa, you can eat it with quinoa. If you want a flatbread or a naan, it's up to you what you want to eat with it. It just tastes great. Just tastes amazing all around. So let me get started. First, I'm going to just cut up my onions. And you can use red onion if you want. If you have shallots, you can use shallots. Whatever you have on, go ahead and use. And but I love the flavor that onion will bring in this dish. So I'm just cutting up some onions. And I kind of want to use the whole onion. So let me know where you're from. So happy you're here. And you can saute your onions. Right now I'm going to use a little oil. I have some coconut oil. You can do it oil free. It's going to taste just as good. So you can go oil free if you want to cut down on these added calories. But the coconut oil gives a lot of flavor, but it's not necessary. Um, it's not necessary at all. And you can actually use vegetable broth to saute or just plain water. Those will work as well. And I like onions because it's very good for you. It has allicin in it, garlic as well, and very good for inflammation in the body, boosting your immune system. There's vitamin C here as well, and all around onions are good for you. And if you get teary eyed when you're cutting up your onions, go ahead and do it underneath water. It works. It works, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and saute my onions. I'm going to turn down the stove. Just add in onions. So I like quick and easy recipes, and this one is quick and easy. All right. I've got some garlic here. I have 3 cloves. How many? 4. Here's another. So why not? I'm gonna do 4 cloves of garlic. Garlic, good for circulation, good for the immune system, like we said, and just boost your immune system all the way around. Good for people with heart disease, so it increases circulation to your cells. So garlic is good. If you can go with fresh garlic, is good. You can also steam your garlic. 5 a day would be great, and you can also take garlic pills if you don't like the scent of garlic. You know, garlic bread, you can do parsley helps to reduce garlic bread. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. We're just adding some garlic. And next, I'm going to add some ginger. Did I bring a grate? And a grater. I'm coming, just getting a grater for my garlic. All right. So I'm just grating some ginger. I'm using fresh ginger because I prefer just the taste of fresh ginger. And with ginger, what you want to do is you can literally freeze if you have excess, because ginger kind of go moldy quick. If you leave it out too long, it will go a little moldy. So what you can do is with your ginger, you can freeze freeze it, and then just you peel them, freeze them, and just grate. And to peel, use a spoon. Best way to freeze is to use a spoon. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomato. I'm adding a tomato, and you're looking at your lycopene right here. And tomatoes are great for prostate health. And actually, cooked tomatoes are actually gives you more nutrients than vitamin A than fresh tomatoes. If you didn't know that, so tomatoes are very good for you, good for your eyes. High in vitamin C as well, so they're good for your immune system. And so, cooking them very nice in this when you're making a curry is really good. Tomatoes are great, and you're adding a lot of fiber to your meal. Fiber is actually very good for you. Great for your bowels, good for bowel movement, good for reducing cholesterol, takes the LDL, the bad cholesterol from the body. So, yes, um, fiber, think about fiber when you're cooking to increase your fiber, makes you feel full longer as well. So, very, very good. In the meantime, while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead, and the potatoes are peeled. Some of them were growing a little bit. I've had them a little bit long. So I took off the little buds or whatever you call them. And I'm going to leaving the skin off. I only buy organic potatoes if I don't get from my garden. And I'm also making sure I leave the skin on because there's a lot more nutrients in the skin. Vitamin C as well. It's in the skin of the potato, the fiber, everything is there, and you're very good for you. It would be better to do sweet potato. I could do a sweet potato, which is actually more nutrients because there's also beta carotene and so on is in your sweet potato. However, if you want to do regular potato, you're going to know that you're going to get way more calories, say, than a sweet potato. So you could substitute, especially if you're diabetic. I would substitute in this recipe the white potato for sweet potato. So this recipe is amazing for making the substitution. So welcome to our live. I'm so excited that you're here, taking time from your busy schedule to join us. Any comments? Any comments? Yeah, who's? You can read them.
Kelly said earlier, hey, greetings from Arizona.
Hi, Kelly. She was with me on the live yesterday. Where are you? Thank you, Kelly. Who is that?
Jusu said hello.
Jusu from Sierra Leone.
Hawa Hawas also said greetings.
Hawa
Welcome,
Hawa.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone is here in the house. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. So excited
Sean
that you're
said
here.
greetings.
Sean, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for joining. I'm making an easy curry potato recipe. Simple and easy recipe. And I mean, you can adapt it and use your favorite vegetables. Like I said, you can, instead of using regular white potato, you can go ahead and you can use sweet potatoes, any kind. You can use the boniata or batata, the Caribbean one. You can use the American sweet potato, that's the orange flesh one, or the yellow flesh one, or there's white and there's even purple potato. The fun thing is, we were harvesting the other day the remaining potatoes, sweet potatoes that were in our garden. And guys, I mean, we had purple sweet potato, white sweet potato, yellow sweet potato, and orange flesh sweet potato. Oh, you're showing me. You're showing me. Yeah, look at the size. This one is starting to grow. I'll have to cut the top off. I can't keep up with them. We harvested so many, and I think this one would be. Oh, this one looks like let's see, purple sweet potato. See? Purple. Can you see it? Let me use another knife and cut. See? These were from the garden. So I'm so excited. I'm going to wash my hands again, but I'm coming. It's just so amazing. And growing sweet potatoes are great because you can cook the root, leave some in the garden, and they'll come up the next year. And you can also eat the vegetable, the green leaves. They're just so amazing, so versatile to have, and they can stay in your garden for real long. So I'm just gonna, all right, the next thing I'm gonna add, I'm gonna go ahead and add, so I'm having some seasoning here, and a lot of people usually ask me, I'll get comments on my website, the recipe tastes amazing, but they always comment, why don't you just use curry powder? Yes, you can use a curry powder. But in my early days, I did not even, I was so particular about my recipes coming out exactly like I made it. I didn't want any, and I know that almost every country around the world, they have, the Japanese have their curry, Thai have their curry, Indians have curry, Caribbean people, Jamaicans have their own curry powder. Where I'm from, Trinidadians have their own version of curry powder, and no two curry powders taste exactly the same. So for me, I wanted my recipes. I was so particular. Those days, I was so particular about the recipes coming out exactly how. So I was so particular about the exact amount, the exact amount of salt. David, you need me, son? You need to pass? He needs to get by. Yeah. I was so particular about my recipe turning out exactly how I made it. So I would not put up curry powder. I wouldn't put 2 tablespoons curry powder. Now I would. I would just say go do 2 tablespoons. But then I was such a, I would say, control freak. I literally broke down the curry powder. So in here I have turmeric, cumin, paprika, coriander, and what else is in the ingredients. But basically, I put everything. So I'm making my own curry powder because I wanted it to be so controlled and that you would get the results that I got. So that's why it's broken down. But you could add 2 tablespoons curry powder and salt. So I'm going ahead and add that. And in Jamaica, we're just going to go ahead and cook that. We'll say you're burning the curry. You can add it first with oil. It's just going to taste so good anyway. But you could have gone ahead and add just the curry powder in your oil, cook it until it's toasty brown. Then you add your onion, garlic, your tomato. It is still just tastes amazing. I'm going to bump this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh thyme. I like fresh is better. And let's finish the potatoes while that cooks. But guys, this recipe is phenomenal. For those who eat roti, this will go well with roti, chapati, paratha, whatever your favorite, flatbread, just tastes amazing. I'm adding some carrots for color. So I'm just adding it so it gives a pretty color, some beta carotene as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it up right there and put it in right now. And so I just like the sweet taste of the carrot as well. I'm just adding pretty dish, pretty color. And like I said, this dish feeds a lot of people. It can stretch a long way. So a quick and easy meal for the family, and it will be a hit. So don't forget to check out my website, healthiersteps.com, where you will find great, amazing recipes. Um, and they're simple, easy, budget friendly recipes. I'm into quick, easy, and budget friendly. I'm going to go ahead and add me my potatoes. You can peel the potatoes if you prefer to, but I like to add that extra nutrients with the skin, leaving the skin on. So, all right, loving the color. And what I'm going to add to next, I'm adding some chickpeas because I'm giving myself that extra protein that you need. You'll get chickpeas or garbanzo beans. You're getting protein and fiber, and it's just so good for you. And next, I'm adding some coconut milk because it's going to give you that nice Caribbean flavor. Nice Caribbean flavor. It's looking good. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. Add some water. That's it. All right. And then I'm going to bring this to a boil. I'm going to let it cook. All right. Go ahead. Add the green onions. All right. That's it. Add some green onions and let this boil. All right. Looking at the time. Hopefully by 3:15. Right? And you're going to cover and let this cook 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and then it's ready. And if you have any questions, go ahead. I'm adding that last, the peas. I'm going to add some peas. It will not be traditional Jamaican with the peas, but I wanted to add the peas for color, and it tastes good with it. So um, if you have any questions, now is the time that you'll ask. If you have any questions, I hope you prepare this recipe. It's easy to prepare and it tastes amazing. The ingredients, instructions, a full recipe, they're on my website, healthiersteps.com. And be sure to follow me if you're in my Facebook group and you're seeing my video. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it for appreciate every one of you who's joined this live, for taking the time out to be with me. I am the admin for the group, and I mean, sometimes I'm admin and you don't get to know who the admin is. So thank you guys. I love your support. I love the group. It's amazing. Also, if you're joining me for my Healthier Steps Facebook page, I want to thank you as well for your support and for joining me. I'm going to let it cook because I should have been out the door, but I could not. I'm just going to let you see it cook, come to a boil, and maybe add the peas and show you. But this recipe is amazing. One thing I'm going to tell you about the recipe is that you're going to cook it for the 15, 20 minutes. If you find that it has too much sauce and the sauce is not to your thickness, all you're going to do is you're going to mash the potatoes, and then the starch will be released, and that will help to thicken the curry to your preference. And so that'll be easy for you to do, and you don't have to worry that it's not, or you just cook for a little longer. Sometimes people may say, okay, there's too much liquid if you're making a stew and there's just still too much liquid. There are many things that you can do. One, you can just put the cover on like this. Don't fully cover, leave a little gap. Cook it, but you have to keep watching it. And while you're cooking, you check on it, you stir, and eventually the water will evaporate. I mean, first and foremost, if you have way too much recipe, just remove some of the liquid and then cook it down to where you like it, and then check the season, make sure it's seasoned enough. Maybe you just might need a little bit of salt to get it to back to be where to adjust the taste. If another thing, like you say, like you could do is just leave it open, the lid partially open, the most of the liquid eventually evaporate. That you can do as well. Um, those are some of the tips that I use um, for when I'm cooking and just making how to adjust your recipe if the flavor isn't there. And if the flavor isn't there, sometimes you just need to add some onion powder, garlic powder, a little Italian seasoning. You ready? He's ready. I have to go. We have an appointment. Anyway, guys, I am so excited that I got to be on this live. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add, when you show you what I do at the end, like a minute or two, I'll add my green peas. I'll add the green peas. And where did that time come from? It's like, I want to be in the pot. You forgot me. Look, beautiful dish, very colorful, and literally just tastes amazing. And like I said, I keep seeing this recipe. It's one of my website has, I would say, almost around 1,000 recipes on my website. And this recipe for years, I have not really changed the photos or anything. And it keeps popping up. People are really, I can tell it's one of the favorite of many, many people. So I said, you know what, I need to do a live with this dish. Is just so amazing. And when you do, please be sure to let me know how you like it, how you enjoy it, because it's just absolutely flavorful. It used to be like a family favorite for years. If I didn't know what to make, my husband would say, just curry some potato. He'll be like, just curry some potato, Michelle. And we call it like, oh yeah, I forgot curry potato. It goes with everything. Anyway, guys, love you much, but I gotta run, and take care and see you on another live. Bye.